varsity track and field athlete. To do that from where he was when he was a freshman, that in itself is an accomplishment. I am so proud of you, Thomas. And whatever comes to him, he deserves. And I know Coach has got something to say because he yelled at Thomas the most this year.
Coach just stole my story. So not every year, but most years, there's a guy on the team that typically I end up focusing on. And it's usually because that player is A, playing really, really hard, and B, probably going to hurt somebody on our team. And Thomas definitely was that guy this year. And so, I want him to keep playing hard because that's what we need. It makes, he challenges the guys that he goes against. He was smaller than the two guys that were playing in front of him, and he challenged them every single day. And we absolutely appreciated that. And I was on him, and then at the end of practice, I would grab him and I'd tell him, hey, I know I'm on you, but that's exactly what I need you to do, and keep doing it. Okay, I'll let you know when it's too much. And I know that down the line, Thomas is going to take that same kind of energy, that same kind of attitude, and he's going to apply it to whatever he decides to do in life. And it's going to make a huge difference for any company. If you ever want a job, you call me, okay?
Thomas Sordrager. Okay, this guy, probably one of the most exciting players I've seen, especially playing the point guard position. I feel, and I think Coach will agree with me, playing the point guard position is probably one of the toughest positions to play. Not only, are you the person with the ball in your hand the most, you're the guy that is going to have to direct things in order to get us in an offense or whatever it is we're trying to do at that moment. It's a very important position. I think it's the most important position. And not everybody can play that position. And this guy, when he came to us last year, he was playing behind a senior and, was waiting his time. And when it was time for him to have that, he showed out. And that was during the playoff game. But last year as a junior, when we were playing over at Palm Springs, we almost pulled that one out there, but a lot of it largely because of what Nate did. That was sort of the beginning of what we were going to see into this year. You saw him, some of the passes he makes, guys, it's unbelievable. And even other coaches of other teams, like, how do you make that pass? Or how did he see that? Or whatever the comment that's made, that's what he does. And as exciting as Nate was, and Nate knows this, there'd be times where he has that gunslinger mentality and we maybe want him to tone it down a little bit, but it's nice to have a dynamic playmaker like him, being able to use a pick and roll and get baskets for himself and set other teammates up. He was that guy for us. He was basically our leading scorer with Kingsley. They're like 0.3 points away from each other. He had a 4-game stretch. I have it right here, where I haven't seen a guy play that well in a stretch. It was when we beat Troy at home. That was a great game. The Sonora at Sonora, Fullerton at home, and even that La Habra game. La Habra won CIF this year, and when it was time for all league, and we'll talk about that later on, coaches were raving about Nate Sanchez because he took it to him. And the La Habra coach especially was very, very complimentary of Nate and what he did. And so, he had that ability. We're going to miss him. We're going to miss his playmaking. We're going to miss what he brings for us. And so, you young guys, whoever's next, you guys got to step up. You got some big shoes to fill. I'm very, very proud and happy that Nathan came to us and finished his high school career with us. He's a 4-year varsity player. He was a varsity player at the other schools he was at, and then he came and just basically, continued what he was doing. So, very proud of him.
So, 3 days after Nate started playing, he showed up in practice. I literally told the entire team, I said, guys, if you're not paying attention when he's on the floor with the ball in his hands, he's going to hit you in the face with it. Because you don't think you're open, he knows you're already open, and he saw the pass, and he proved me right more than once in practice, where guys just weren't. They were running a drill, and they didn't think the ball was coming to him, and they're getting hit right here, Spalding, and I just laughed. I literally told the guys, I said, hey, when he hits you in the face, I'm going to laugh at you because I warned you. And sure enough, they proved me right more than once. And one of the exceptional playmaking passers we've had at Sunny Hill. So Nate Sanchez.
Yep. And this is not to slight anybody else, but he was my son's favorite player. I think he was the small guy with the ball, and he was doing this after the layups, and my son was doing that at home, and drew him a picture of, because this is Nate Sanchez, drew a picture and gave it to him. So yeah, we're gonna miss you, Nate. All right, next. Oh man, Kingsley, I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you. And just quick story. When I first saw Kingsley as a freshman, it was during COVID, and I think we had just been allowed to play basketball. I think I might have told the story last year. When he came to us and walked out there and said, "I want to play basketball," I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to make it. And what I meant by that was he just seemed like he never really played organized basketball before. He just seemed like he was sort of uncoordinated at the time. Guys, if you see some of the stuff that he's doing for us now, just the amount of growth from his freshman year to now, just that in itself, Kingsley, so proud of you. You've improved yourself in the classroom. You've obviously improved yourself as a player. We didn't expect you to be the starting 5 last year as a junior, but you took that and ran with it, and continued it on this year. Great rebounder for us, inside scoring. I'm going to talk about some stats later on, but just to give you one stat, he was 16 attempts away from qualifying for field goal percentage for a single season. If he would have shot the ball 16 more times this year, he would have qualified. But even if he missed all 16 of the shots, he would have been the all-time, in terms of us keeping records digitally, all-time field goal percentage leader in school history, like at 60% or something like that. So very, very great accomplishment. We're going to miss his inside presence, tenacity, athleticism. Kingsley Ashley.
Yeah, Kingsley.
Last senior. Me and this guy go way back. He's a 4-year varsity player for us. And I this is, for me, he's a guy that I'm gonna miss personally a lot, only because I feel like he and I have been together for a long time, and we have. He came in during that COVID season. I think, Justin, you remember how much we struggled that year. You as an incoming freshman, you decided to come to Sunny Hills, and I hope the last 4 years for you has been as positive as it was for us and having you in our program. You've got some awards coming, so I gotta save the stuff that I need to say to you. But he is an example of what high school basketball is about for me. A guy that understands the classroom, understands how to be in terms of being coachable on the court, just being personable. I have him represent our booth when we do open house, because I know he can talk to some of these kids that are looking to come to Sunny Hills perhaps. I never had to worry one time about his effort or his seriousness about what we were trying to do. I felt like he always understood what we wanted. Great player too. I mean, probably, like I said, with Jada Bay, our best 2 defenders. This year, Justin, you showed so much maturity by, I know you were frustrated at times about maybe some of the offensive stuff. Maybe you weren't maybe getting those looks, but not one time did it ever become a problem. Where I've seen players in the past where they complain about touches and not getting enough shots and this and that. Never one time. And this is a 4-year varsity guy who completely was team first, always, and absolutely valuable, stable glue guy for our team. Can do anything we want. He played multiple positions. He played 4 positions for us if we needed to. We're gonna miss him very, very much. And it's guys like this coming around, and these are the ones that you remember. And Justin Shin. Well, you might as well just stay up here, Justin. Okay, so we're gonna do some team awards here, and the first one is our coaches award. He actually got this last year, but he is the example of coaches award. You heard some of the lower level coaches come up and talk about that. He embodies what we're trying to do as coaches in the classroom, on the court, coachable, setting an example for the other guys. Looking out for his younger brother when he came up, just all the little things that we talked about. Having a senior leader do, and he was able to do that basically for his whole 4 years. And so, this is a no-brainer for us. Coaches Award this year, Justin Shin.